According to Boise State's Real College Survey report, it states that student basic needs are the essential requirements to live, learn, thrive, and support well-being. One of these basic needs is access to food, and when this need is not met, it is considered food insecurity. I'm Soraya Harvey, a peer educator from Bronco and my project covers food insecurity and how it affects those across the nation and at our own university. First, we'll start by defining food insecurity. Healthy People 2020 defined food insecurity as the disruption of food intake or eating patterns due to lack of money and/or resources. Under this definition, 17.4 million U.S. households were considered food insecure at some point throughout the year in 2014. So this is definitely not an uncommon issue that Americans or college students face. With this definition, it can be divided into two different categories, and according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, there's two categories of food insecurity, and that's low food security and very low food security. Low food security refers to there's no reports of reduced intake of food, but there is lack of nutrition, variety, and desirability in their diet. So in other words, it's referring to the nutrition of one's diet. So someone could be eating every day, but say it's ramen, and that lacks the nutrients and variety that one needs in their diet to stay healthy, so they could be considered low food security. Very low food security refers to multiple reports of reduced food intake, and it does not really relate to how healthy it is. It's just a lack of eating, so it's more so the frequency of one's diet. So if they're skipping days to save food, if they've skipped a meal so they have food for later, those types of things mark very low food security. Another key term that relates to food insecurity is food deserts, and these are communities or neighborhoods that lack available resources or full-service supermarkets close to them. And so say they also lack transportation to places that have those options, and their only closest store is a gas station convenience store, so they lack proper transportation or availability to full-service supermarkets, and therefore they're in a food desert, and that can ultimately relate to food insecurity. Now, food insecurity has not always been an issue covered with college students, and that's because it's been increasing. It's been associated with the increasing cost of tuition, books, fees, and housing with college, and it's just an ongoing issue with all these increasing costs. There is now reduced income that is set for food. And there's also a rising amount of low-income college students coming to Boise State and going to colleges in general, and they're coming from low to moderate income families. So not only are they coming from a place of financial hardship, they're coming to college where then they're faced with a weak labor market for part-time jobs and declining per capita college resources. So it makes it really tough to have food secured on the table. And food insecurity is not just about one's diet. Research shows that students who identified as food insecure show more depressive symptoms, poorer sleep quality, higher stress levels, and lower academic performance compared to students who are food secure. So it's definitely an issue that needs to be covered, as it can impact way more than one's diet. Across the nation, 19 to 50% of students are identified as food insecure in different colleges. At Boise State, 36% of students reported food insecure in the previous 30 days, according to the Real College Survey. Along with this, 40% of students reported that they worried about running out of food before being able to buy more, and 41% of students were not able to buy well-balanced meals. So this goes back to the different categories of food security, with very low and low. With running out of money, they may not be eating as frequently, and nutrition when they can't afford to buy well-balanced meals. Luckily, students at Boise State have resources that can help combat this. The first effort to combat food insecurity on campus is the Campus Food Pantry. This is a great resource. It's located in the Office of the Dean of Students, which is in the campus school building directly behind the ILC. It's open weekdays 8 to 5, and it provides nourishing food options. Occasionally they have fresh produce, but it's kind of hard to keep on hand. They have meal kits, so they're just prepared packages that students can grab and take home and make. And they also have hygiene products such as toiletries and feminine hygiene products. And essentially how it works, it's open to students with a valid ID. However, swiping your ID is optional as it's mainly used for data purposes. You can bring your own bag or you can use one that they have there, and you can load up with as many items as you want, as well as visiting the campus food pantry as much as you'd like and need to, and take as whatever you need. It's a really cool resource. The website provides more information about their hours, where you can donate to the pantry, and how you can volunteer and help with restocking and keeping it organized. Some other programs that Boise State offers are meal assistance programs, the first one being 10 free meal swipes to the Boise River Cafe. So essentially, if someone needs it, they can apply online at this website, and once they're approved, they'll get 10 free meal swipes to the BRC, and then those must be used within a 2-month period. So this is targeting the nutrition aspect of food insecurity and making sure that someone is getting a well-balanced meal. Swipe Out Hunger is a similar program to the meal assistance program, except it's a seasonal event where students can actually donate and give their unused guest swipes and generate a pool of swipes that students who are in need can use. So it's just an awesome way to give back to a fellow student who may need it. Wellness programs like Bronco Fit also offer resources to combat food insecurity. Bronco Family Table is one of them. This is just weekly free dinner at South Fork every Wednesday from 5:30 to 7, and essentially it's just free family-style dining with nourishing, well-balanced meals, and students can come, bring your ID just to kind of validate that they're a student, and they can have free food, friendships, and conversations. Some other local resources include the Idaho Food Bank, which is free food assistance in Idaho. There's more information here, and that tells you where the locations are, when they're open, and how to go about using the food bank. Another program that many students don't know about is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, and this is food cash assistance. And essentially, once you apply to the program at this website, you get this card, and you're given food stamps, and basically you use that money to go get groceries. That's all it's good for, is groceries. So it's a great program. Only 10% of the food insecure students at Boise State are utilizing this. However, it is a really great resource to use. And lastly, the Office of the Dean of Students is a great resource. It offers short-term financial assistance through the Student Emergency Fund. Basically, if a student is facing unexpected financial hardships, they can look at this website and apply to the program and free grant and receive a grant of up to $400. That is all. Thank you.